Ember also off the table. Actually, a deceptive hero at the moment. So go for the Earth Spirit. I'm not getting the best targets. I mean, this is where you can screw up, right? Because I'm pretty sure you can boulder smash people out. I need to check because there's some that do and don't work. It's also weird. There are some that work based on if they're friendly or not.
What, the Breaking Soulbind?
Yeah.
Yeah, Force F is the big one.
Yes. Let me just check.
And it's forced. Technically any force movement can do it. All right, this is great, man.
Yeah,
I think this
works.
Luna Sven is sick, and I think you're going to see a lot of it in this patch because of the change to Warcry to depend upon strength now, because you now get some stacking effect with that. Some stacking overlap between that Lunar Blessing and the Sven Warcry.
That's true. This does open them up to the OD as well. And Mineski have no ban for that. Actually, against these heroes...
Yeah, no ban. I straight up pick it, though, right now.
Yeah, against these heroes.
I would straight up pick it. Because I think the block pick value is sufficient, and it plays pretty well. It plays really well against Luna before she gets her BKB.
Mm-hmm. Gives you the Astral save as well. Like, if someone's shackled, you save them. If the Eclipse comes out, you can save yourself. Same with Stormhammer's projectile speed. You can potentially dodge that out with the Astrals. Oh, they go for the Phantom Lancer.
I think you're just asking to get OD'd. You probably don't. The other mix-up pick right now is the Drow, but you probably don't do that now that the PL's on board, and they can't ban everything at the fifth. Maybe you can just wait till fifth pick too, because they can't ban everything at this point.
I mean, you are playing a Phantom Lancer up against a Lunar Sven. This can go pretty badly for you.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm surprised. And okay, fine. You just pick your straight up PL counter.
Yep.
Right?
Something we don't really see too much of these days. The Shrek is going to be picked up. It should be in the mid. So they need probably one more support. Someone to round this out. You probably want the Shaman in the 4 position. A hero that just gets so much value out of early gold, whether it's an Aether Lens or a Blink.
Yeah, and so the question then becomes: do you just relegate Sven to the 5 and pick a 3, which I think you can do.
Yeah, Sven on the Lunar lane is pretty strong, with the Lunar Blessing just clubbing away at people for about 73 damage, I think, at level 1.
Yeah, and that's a really sharp ban. Mineski expects the Sven to be the 5 position, so they're going to take out Puck. I like that a lot. Enigma's already out of the pool, which is something that Mineski had been going for as well.
What do Mineski need to round this out that Boom can get rid of, other than the Enigma that they've done at the start?
Mineski can also just, you know what, hero that we've completely forgotten about, Mineski can always just 5th pick Lich and have the Lich Grimstroke combo.
That is true. Then you run the Earth Spirit mid, which no one has managed to make work yet.
No.
You think what do you want to see ran mid then? That's not.
I think you can. I think. All right. I guess.
I mean, like
right.
you still need a Grimstroke.
You'd have to pivot to that mid, sure.
Yeah.
All right. So I think Boom ID probably won this draft.
Okay. Well, this is an interesting way to try
and Rubik mid. Yeah.
Yeah. In fairness, now you can get some steals going. We were talking about the Morphling in conjunction with the steals for the Grimstroke. You can at least make that work. We have seen Moon on the Rubik before. To actually pretty decent impact. And when you have a hero like Phantom Lance in this type of game, it is just turning into a 4 protect 1 type of drop.
Yeah. That's kind of the problem, is that it feels like you're turning very strongly toward a 4 protect 1, and your 1 is like super countered. All 3 cores on the Boom ID side, super counter PL.
Mm-hmm.
So what's Aji really going to do in this game unless he just goes off in lane?
And what's he going to build? I think the build is more important here. Is the way that you want to actually structure this, right? I don't think you need to go for the typical I'm going to build a heart and not die build. You're probably looking more towards something along the lines of these builds. Actually, we've seen kind of drop out of the meta in the last few months of PL, which is you go into things like the Shadow Blade, the Nullifier, these type of items that allow you to kill people quickly.
Well, I will also throw out, I'm pretty sure this stat is just noise, but I will throw out that so far in the qualifiers, Rubik is 17 and 5 as Radiant, 8 and 10 as Dire. So you are on the right side of that for what little it's worth as Mineski, because I don't necessarily think there's anything structural behind that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. FBZ, what's going to be laying up against here? The best scenario for Mineski, I mean, you're probably going to be forced to put your PL in that lane. He's going to be the harder hitter. You maybe start as a tri lane if you're Mineski, look for a kill into the Timber, and then rotate out of that to dual lanes.
Yeah, I think if you let FBZ get a free level 3 in this game, you're going to hate your life. You have to attack that Timber before 2 points of reactive comes online.
And that's the thing. The PL does hit pretty hard at the start of the game, so you can actually make that happen. See if they can. We get underway with the second game of the series.
But you've got two. It's very hard to do that, right? Because you've got two pretty flexible supports on his side that can help lock down that lane, and you don't. Yeah, I'm curious as to how they'll configure these initial lanes.
Sure, but it's in your interest to dismantle Boom's tri lane, right? This is the thing. You don't. If you have to go up against this in a try, you're in trouble because it's the Lunar Blessing.
Yep.
That crap becomes pretty spooky.
I think yeah, this is correct by Boom. You just show that aggro try and see how they're going to respond here. Because they either have to play, if they kind of have to respond to that aggro try, and that means you get your Timber 1v1 and he gets easy level 3.
Unless you just make the Brewmaster suck it up while you go aggressive at the start at the top, and it looks like they might do that. Ajit's moving top now.
Yeah, okay. That's the best of your sort of...
Well, that's really good, actually, because Ajit, he's shoot for a second there, so Sven thinks he's committed to the lane.
Yeah, all right.
They knew that Sven had a ward as well. He actually didn't block the camp. Makes sense that he wouldn't want to, considering that... Actually, now, when you're on the Dire off lane, you want this to be accessible.
Exactly.
Binding runes 2 apiece by the looks of it. The Boom could...
we should have.
Well, if Mineski can hide what they're doing up here to begin with, and they just get... If they actually get good creep block control... I mean, this is the thing. Ajit's not letting the creeps through, and FBZ is blocking. They should know this now, so it should have been the release point for the creep wave.
Yeah, FBZ is like, shit.
Whoops. That's a tri lane right there. I don't like this, buddy.
Yeah. And I think you gotta... The question is, how soon do you have to lane swap? Because it really does hurt.
I mean, KP...
Having to lane swap out of a tri lane.
Yeah, this is the thing, right? KP can just sit down here. If he gets XP, he's happy. He's not really a hero that needs gold to be brutal at level 6. But probably the most powerful spike at level 6 out of any hero.
Exactly. That's something that's always impressed me about KP. For all that he's known for playing greedier 3 positions like Naga, his sacrificial 3 is pretty good.
FBZ, they're going to go on him. They forced him to level in the Timber Chain next. A little bit of misplay there from Febby. He did miss the roll in. There you go. They broke the tri lane.
Yep.
Which means KP maybe I'd actually aggress and do something now. Because you're pretty tanky. You're pretty scary for a Luna at this point in the game. And now you're talking about Shaman. Yes, you're outnumbering, but it's not the same. It's not the kill potential you have with a third hero there.
Well, what's super nice is that the most significant thing in all this is happening is that FBiz, he gets that first blood, and he's going to be level 3 with no problem. So his early game, he's back to being a presence in this game.
Yeah, the opener for this game so far is being very questionable from Febby. Like, he misses additional rolls, and you have to respect you're not that tanky. Even with the stout start, they're going to melt free pretty fast.
Well, that's the risk that you take, right? It seems really clever when you go this aggro try into the Timbersaw and dodge the PL versus Luna try on tri lane, but you got to be very confident in your ability to execute. You got to kill that Timbersaw to get value out of that.
And instead, he is feeling like a champion right now, almost up to level 3 in good control. They might just start to bail, except that the PL will get decent farm on his own and look for kills elsewhere. You don't really see Pi in the mid lane. Problem is, the ward spots him. Same time, Mikoto does have a DD. This probably was the worst time to try and rotate.
Exactly. He's got a DD rune on that Lashak early on. This is a lot of the pros are complaining about this right now. That you know, people have just gotten. We're back to this 1v1 mid meta, which is great, which is something that both Valve and a lot of the high level pros wanted. But people have gotten just better at the game. And so what's happening is that these early runes are now they're lane deciders.
Yeah. Whether it's haste or a DD, both can be used. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, actually, fight going on here. Yokum will go down. And KP will be able to get away. Valve's up as well.
All right.
They've switched it up. They said, all right.
That's a nice
Luna
switch
wanted
up.
out the try. We'll make a try of our own. This might be the time to switch out, actually.
What is going to go on in this top lane?
What's going to go on in the mid lane?
PL.
Moon. Oh, he gets slipped out in time. They didn't get the Storm Hammer, but it slows enough. They're going to stun him up. Rubik. He has got a big stick, but he's going to be slowed down too much. He should fall. Nice rotation from Kezcute there, identifying that the Timber does not need his help anymore now that he's up to 3.
Yeah, and this is such a risk when you talk about the downside of the 2-position Rubik. You have to dominate that lane, or you are in so much trouble in terms of your game impact.
That's indeed true. And you can see how scared Moon is. He actually scanned on the mid lane to make sure the Sven wasn't hanging around.
Yeah, exactly. It was one of those things. We had a couple of weird scans in the last game, and I'm like, is my scan bugged? No, he is really that scared.
He's got reinforcements.
He knows if he gives up another kill, he's in some trouble. I'm not sure though that they can turn this around even with the Earth Spirit here.
They're gonna try.
Especially not there.
They'll slow him down, then get the stun. Kodo is down to half HP, but he has the Arcane Rune. He's got a full bottle. He's ready for a fight if they try and commit heavily. Actually, he's at least getting decent CS, but at the same time, so is FBZ. They're going to chase him. Ajit doesn't realize what's coming yet. He has to assume something now. Kezcute. Oh, look at this.
Kezcute hiding behind the tree. Very nice. All right.
Kezcute with the cute play. Just wants the runes instead. They'll zone him out. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, though, Jokum does pick up a bounty, but he gives his life for it. Or does he? KP's been left to finish the deal, and nope, South comes out. Miscommunication from Mineski there. They thought they definitely had the kill. They would turn around to look for Fervin instead, but they have no mana. So they won't be able to find anything.
Yeah, Mineski just not the draft that they wanted and not the start that they wanted in this game. And you can see Boom ID already 1k clear at the 5-minute mark.
Kodo is going to become a problem very fast. There's going to become a point where Moon can't stay in this lane, and when that happens, it's a Rubik. Where does he go?
Yeah. And Ajit's, I mean, he's so far managed to stand in lane against the Timber Saw. When the minute this Timber hits level 6, that is over. That is mega over.
Or the minute when they rotate.
And Boom are not even going to let him get there. This is going to be a rotation, and this should be a kill onto the PL.
Yep, they're going to jump in. Ajit going to be forced. Actually trying to bait him out. He's holding the doppelganger too late though. Kezcute waits for the Stormhammer. They clean up the kill.
And now you've got 2 cores that are going to have a hard time finding a lane.
AP needs to get to 6 quickly. That's the big spike from Mineski that can maybe turn it around.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Ajit, okay, Ajit TP'd right back to Shrine, and he knew he had Febby there to at least back him up. But this is actually a super risky move.
Yeah, who doppelganger out. They'll move forward. They do force the TP, and Moon has the DD. They might get Makoto here. They slow him down, roll through, does connect. Nicely done by Febby. Kodo down to half HP, but look at this. Just sticks on that Pulse Nova and scares them all the way. Now the stun coming out.
Rubik, dude.
Rubik spooked. I mean, not just that. You're a Rubik without boots. Let's not forget that important detail.
And you stole Pulse Nova. Like, that's the other thing. It's like, okay, you know, you still only have 700 mana at this point.
Not to mention he burned most of it already with his initial spell spam. So my advice would definitely be to get boots for Rubik next. That might actually allow those situations to net something. Moon is finding it rough. There we go. Boots finally picked up. Hell, this is the thing. You get in the race on all talismans, you feel so pressured.
If Ajit moves forward with this
he's
just dead.
No, there's the Hex. They know about him. Shackle's out as well. They've got Stormhammer. They'll lock him in. Doppelganger away. Ajit. Can he escape? Nope. They clunk forward with a war cry and they get the kill. Relatively tanky, though.
Yeah.
Fervin likes to tell his team it's good game a lot. I think this is how he tells them that he wants lane support.
No, I think he's saying, yeah, we got this, guys. This is ours.
Let me say that. That was a good stun from Kescute, because otherwise they could have backstabbed and easily killed off Fervin.
It's true.
So nicely read. Meanwhile, on the land of Timber, no one will contest. No one will bother him. Gotta give credit to Moon, though. Top of CS, though. He started to recover.
I mean...
They actually going for the skill as well. I mean, they're still at the Pulse Nova. They might be able to bring him down. FBC's going to try and escape. That's a short-range chain, though. It is indeed. Not to mention it's been amped up a little bit. 14% extra.
Hey, I flamed the Rubik Pulse Nova steal, but was nice in securing that kill.
See, now you just need to build
we're going to have a
around
dive down bottom.
They're going in.
Should be dead.
Stun comes out. KP will fall just before getting level 6 as well. Look how close he is.
Mm-hmm.
Pi will hide in the tree line, but he will be scouted out. Uh-oh. Time to dive again, boys. No Inkswell available throughout the Phantom's Embrace. And Makoto will finally find a way to actually get rid of it. Just in time as well. Pi will at least farm up a range creep before dying.
A little bit surprised that that they gave over that kill, as Febby does die to the Timbersaw too.
All right, Febby. Interesting move to make out without Moon. Moon, he did actually pick up the Chakram. Time for a little bit of a disco battle here.
Oh, but Moon's got to be careful here. You've got Jokum coming in from the backside.
He's got the Fade Bolt, though. He's going to get him low. FBC in trouble. He's going to pull away. Moon will be even shot, but they can't finish him off. Jokum moves.
What a play by Moon. What a play.
Febby
look at he's going to turn this around.
Chases through, and Moon with a double kill. Rubik will live.
Oh, my God. Moon just playing that by the skin of his teeth, and that really... It does a lot to reset the early game for Mineski. You are down 3K at the 10-minute mark. Things are in dire straits, but if you lose that Rubik there to the Timbersaw, I think your game is essentially over.
Moon proving himself the better Timbersaw player there, running him through. And this is just a preview that Arcane Supremacy will be probably the priority moving forward over the Telekinesis lift.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, there's so many good spells to steal in terms of damage, right? Whether you're talking about the Leshrac or you're talking about the Timbersaw, even if you get your hands on the Lucent Beam.
Well, yeah, and you look at the thing, he's just going pure monopool with these Arcane Boots. He's going to be able to sustain those Chakrams, those Pulse Novas, and take full advantage of that damage amp. And
now they see KP. They want to punish him. He's out of the base. Moon moving in. The wards do drop. The split comes out in time, and now they can move forward looking to summon. Kescute in trouble.
Nice ward trap, bro.
Moon's going to try and just bring him down here. Moves forward after stealing the Warcry, and Kescute, he doesn't have a TP, so he will definitely fall. There's a Cyclone on the side to disrupt the Luna. Kescute will be found. Trapped in the tree line, finally gives it up. They almost got the kill into Jokum as well.
Did I see that properly? What happened with the Earth Panda there? The Earth Panda was ward trapped, and can he not kill the wards?
I'm not sure. That was the weird part. It's like it was sitting there the whole time, right? I was confused by that as well, because 2 were out. And it looked like KP was maybe a little bit too focused on what was happening with a few of his people. Oh, FBC. The Magnetize is big to bring him down. And, well, you can just spin your records all you want, but it won't change the outcome. Moon zaps him down. Fade Bolt is effective. And you look, I was about to say, has he done it? You look straight away onto the Timbersaw, and FBC has queued up the Hood of Defiance.
Oh, absolutely. No, they understand that with that double kill, this Rubik and his magic damage are a problem with the spells that he's going to be able to get. At the same time, you've got to now start asking how are we going to cut into this 3K net worth deficit. You know, because our towers are already falling. I mean, this mid tier 1 on the Radiant side is probably not long for this world with a Luna on board.
I mean, sure, but they don't have the levels up in Leshrac to go push towers.
No, Spirit. He gets Pulse Nova again on the side of Moon.
See you later. Bevy will bat one away, but won't be able to roll out. He will fall. They'll deward him as well.
Okay.
They could make a play soon as well, by the way, because Pi does have level 7. He's got the Soulbind. That's also a double Fade Bolt, right? And overlaps.
Yeah, I don't. I'm going to question Luna's decision to go up to his top lane and farm.
I mean, there were creeps there. It seemed logical. They're diving now. He puts down the branch, trying to protect himself from the tree, but Fervin in trouble. Loosen Beam slows him down. Doesn't have much damage in it, though. It's level 1. Yeah, she hasn't used the Fable yet. Moon just looking for the sniper opportunity, but now it's going to turn around. Ajit will fall, and Moon
that's catastrophic.
waited too long here. They'll throw out another Lucent Beam, but they don't care. It's only a level 1. Who are they giving the kill over to? Oh, they're going to give
Moon's got to be... Moon's got to be kicking himself for that steal, right? This Luna's in max farming mode.
I mean, you have to expect that as well.
She's 144, exactly.
Especially when you start to dive and no Eclipse comes out. That's the moment you go, okay, this is probably no points or 1 max into the Lucent. Oh, rolling for
And
Febby.
I tell you what, I thought that it was questionable by Fervian to go up there and farm that top lane when I think they could have reset into and taken that mid-tier 1 fairly easily, but it worked out, man.
Did. Now 5k network lead. This is looking bad. Oh, fight gonna go in. Roll on to Sven. A lot of trouble. The stolen stun, the turnaround, the double kill for Moon. Everything hurts when it's returned with that spell arm. Level 3, in fact, now. 22% spell arm on Storm Hammers is a noticeable factor.
Yeah.
They might chance for more.
This is something the Arcanes. He's got his Aether Lens.
They know about
He's
Makoto.
have some reach in these fights.
Stormhammer, he has indeed got the reach, and he'll put it to the test as they find Makoto and slow him down. And there you go. That's more nukes for the take as he picks up the Lightning Storm.
This becomes your win condition. The blessing and the curse of the 2-position Rubik is that this is what he has to be doing right now. Cannot be doing anything else on the map. He has to be going around and creating hero kills that transition into pushes. But he's got the tools to do it, thanks to a few very, very nice plays when it looked like Mineski were going to have a hard time even getting into this game.
Yep. Now they're pushing on this tower. Mineski might be able to finally find something. FBZ left his own device in the bot lane while Ajit farms the jungle. What is he going to be going for? Yeah, this is the Hood of Defiance build for PL. I don't think you have a choice, though. You have to. Against this little Strak. Against the Timber Saw as well. Smoke movement coming in, actually. Boomer moving up. They want to try and defend this. Timber will TP top if they finish it off. They don't push fast enough. They won't find anyone, though. Runes are coming up. Looks like it should be free going the way of Boom. The real kicker would be if Ajit could actually somehow push in on this mid tower and take that down first. That would give them an entrance to Boom's jungle. They so direly need.
Yeah, and we got some smoke, but nothing's going to come of it here. As they're more resetting to defend this tier 1 pressure.
Baby is moving pretty aggressively forward. He's got backup though.
FBZ has to be careful.
There it is. Lift back onto him. Stuns him. No! He gets away with the timber chain just in time. Yokum forced to commit the wards. Febby's going to stun through. He's going to be locked up, but not for long. FBZ will make his escape. Kescu did activate the ultimate, protected by the wards right now. But look at this split. Chasing on in. FBZ will be able to escape. Not enough damage. They need to go for the tower right now. They have not got enough value out of this. It's a 1-for-1 trade so far.
I mean, come on. This Fervian is just in the Radiant jungle, TPing to the bottom shrine. It's one of the subtleties of Luna right now is, yes, I know you want this 1-4-4 build, but you actually are effective as a pusher if your team can survive the team fights.
And the Luna Blessing does enable some of them to do so. With both this Timber Saw and this Sven.
I think this Luna is just playing too greedy right now.
They come back to bite them at this rate. She's, of course, at least top of net worth, but look who's just behind her. Moon.
Force, though. Yep. I mean...
Blink Dagger time.
He has really played his way back into this game.
6.9k net worth at the 16-minute mark. Considering how his game began, this man is carrying Mineski through this early mid-game. And he continued to do so, though. FBZ is trying to set up for a push, and look at the positioning. They got the high ground. Yeah. They're going to push in now. Lift forced. Mineski. They want to wrap around. They want to make sure that something has to be paid if they want this tower, but is it too hard to approach? Looks like it will be.
Again, Mineski are playing these individual fights very nicely, but the problem is they really cannot, against a Luna with this build, they can't afford to lose one of these engagements. They'll just... The rest of their buildings will just die.
They'll curve off. And KP, he might lose his life here. They're moving up right now. He hasn't got the split either. He's going to go down. Toto does get the final touch despite Yokum's attempts to help.
not necessarily a doomsday scenario because the top 2 lanes are on the
dire
side
Moon
of
might
the map
be.
when they get that kill.
They found him.
Oh no, this is.
He's gonna go
All
down.
right.
He gets Fervin down to half HP, but it doesn't matter. Fervin TP's back, ready to farm more, and they can now push on for more Taz.
Yeah, they could have survived 1 kill, but not 2. And again, the 2-position Rubik has the same issue as Quap, right? That you die at this point in the game, and it just feels like all that momentum, the air is completely out of your sails.
Very true. Pi, meanwhile, just trying to slow down Fervin's farm, but it doesn't matter. You can't do enough. Instead, you're going to lose your tier 2, and Luna's going to continue to accelerate her net worth. You need a solution soon, and who's it going to be? I mean, he's now going for that defusal after the Hood of Defiance. Moon did pick up that Blink Dagger, but wasn't able to find good value out of it.
Yeah. And the other super significant thing, not only did the Rubik die there, but the Timber has the farm now to finish his pipe. And so all of a sudden, the super scary spell combos of Moon are going to feel that much more ineffective. That, you know, when he gets Pulse Nova or he gets Chakram, all of a sudden so much of that AoE damage is going to be negated.
Perfect time in this type of game, considering how much work the Pulse Nova could have potentially done for the Rubik, especially once he got to his own Yules. Instead, he needs to rethink what he wants to do here, because he's not going to be the solution anymore.
Instead, 4-man smoke play here by Mineski. Don't know that they're gonna try ideally and find this Luna farm. They know the area of the map that she's farming, and Fervin just played this so passive.
Yep, they're chasing now, roll through. Boulder Smash to slow him down, it's near the tower, they silence him up, magnetize everything being thrown on split commit. Fervin, he should be falling. They even commit the Soulbind just in case reinforcements are getting too close, and Joachim trying to run away. But guess what? The spirits see you. Brewmaster will stun him up, they turn around looking for more, but they won't find it. Suddenly, KP needs to get the hell out of dodge. To be able to escape, they look the wrong way. These wards, this vision in this area, in this quadrant of the map, giving Mineski better control. They'll finally get this tier 1 as well. Doesn't look like it's going to be a trade for anything else. They're just going to outright get it.
No. Oh, they
Timber's
just don't
coming
have
now.
great effectiveness
Oh,
right now.
but that is a greedy Timber play, and a lot of drop down to half HP
What?
already. The pipe does get activated though, and the wards are down as well. FBC is low, but he stays alive. Turns around on Ajit, who is super low on HP right now. Heals up. They're going to look for the stun. He's got the doppelganger off cooldown now, but maybe too late. He's lost his health. KB jumps in with the clap. FBC almost dead, but still living. FBC refusing to go down. Febby chased onto Wolfle. And they'll find more as KB just gets crumbled. Mineski in full retreat, and so many questions about that attempt there. I mean, you know he has the pipe. That's been shown on lane for the last 2 minutes.
And FBZ just playing with no fear. I thought initially that they might have the damage to bring him down, but they're not able to bring him down on that original attempt. He gets the pipe off. He has the stacks of reactive up, and he's just, you can't deal with him anymore.
Oof, and straight into roast they go. Fervin has his BKB. He wants a second life to work with so they can prep for the high ground push. Mineski are going to need to attempt one hell of a hole when it starts coming as well.
Yeah, I think this is one of those games that, you know, Mineski's going to look back on and say, look, Moon, you're awesome, dude, but it's just so hard to win with this draft.
I mean, if you want to play into this kind of draft, you want some sort of a hybrid carry that can fight effectively early on. And the Final Monster just really isn't that. Not when you're talking about Diffusal PL, right?
And it's not just the hero in a vacuum. It's the fact that the core matchups are so unfavorable to him in this game.
Yeah, of course. And that's why he went for the Hooded Defiance, right? Like, if we see the Diffusal play, maybe you see that aggression that can help. But you knew what you were going to be forced into doing. And this was, what was it, 4th pick, I believe they brought this out?
Yep.
So they had some indication of what was coming.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, you picked the PL into the Luna at that point, and so you knew that there was one semi-counter already on board. Flashrock and Timber come back after that. That is really, really tough in this kind of a draft. Ajit is just, he's trying to do his job. Sure. But he's doing this out of necessity. He's not playing greedy at this point. This is just what he has to do.
Hex coming out on the brew. He did blink forward looking for the kill. Shaman's going to be found. We'll go down. FBZ a little bit too late to save him with the mech and the pipe. They're chasing on the KP here. Stun's going to connect. He has got the split available. He can use it if he wants to. Does he want to is the real question. Dragon Brawl trying to run away. Gonna be chased by Furbian.
Oh, man.
The frisbees are bouncing. They're bouncing up. Oh, goes to the TB way off the blink. KP.
Sick play.
Just enough misses to be okay. And so many evasion misses, in fact, they crash their opponent's PCs.
Dodge chance, 80%.
Chance of PC crashing, 100%.
100%.
Now, there is good news actually on the horizon, I've got to say, for the side of Mineski. You know what that good news is, right?
What? That this is a best of 3 and they're already 1 game up?
That even if Febby misses his rolling boulders, he's got a Spirit Vessel soon. Now, I do have to accompany this with some bad news. He still doesn't have any charges for it.
And the other bad news is that, you know, FBZ is what, 1500, 1450-ish away from that Greaves. So he's going to be able to purge that Spirit Vessel when it already comes. You imagine that he's going to have the Lotus after that.
Yeah, Lotus or Yules both work. Probably Lotus to protect the Luna.
Exactly.
It's not like he's having any issues surviving himself. If they weren't going to kill him with that mid-attempt, they're unlikely to kill him anytime soon. Well, what are we looking at? Yeah, it looks like Leshrack's going straight into the Octarine. Which is a fair shout. In this type of game, you've just got such an effective frontline buffer that you can join in on that. And even if you like look like you're going down, the Luna is just free to do whatever she wants in these fights. I actually really like that as well, because we usually see these Leshrack picks try and be greedy about living too much, right? Like, I need a BKB or something like this. Instead, he just needs to buy time for Luna to win fights. And speaking of Luna...
Well, and he knows that if he shuts down Ajit, right, that there's nothing that Mineski can do to win the game.
Mineski almost losing more heroes. Moon was able to steal the Warcry, so he could blink away even in the right clicks. They're looking for him now. He needs to buy 1 more second. Blink, no! The Yules came out before he could make his escape. Now he's in trouble. Well, he'll buy a few Axe components, but that is an unfortunate death for him. Febby.
So grim.
They really want to go for FBZ. They are rotating.
Well,
I mean, Febby's just shoe as well.
Big thing right now, right, is how can you somehow get Ajit to his heart? Like, that's the only way I can conceivably, apart from a pretty big boom ID mistake, that's the only way I can see that Mineski really is going to be able to contest here.
Well, they're going to have to do something. The base is in peril. Furbian has reached the high ground. Mask Command is activated. Slow them down. Towards the drop, though. If you want to stop, this has to be now. Ajit's going to move in, starts cleaning them up pretty quick. Soulbind comes out, silence on the tube, the Eclipse has been activated. They get him low. Brewmaster in trouble. No. Will fall. And he does have buyback. He's
got split.
Ajit getting rid of the rest of the wards. Does go in a lot of trouble. They're going to buy back now. Maybe a little bit too late. It's shackled up. Ajit's going to fall. The base needs some protecting, but it just ain't getting. Instead, the heroes are just falling 1 by 1. Theo does have the buyback. Doesn't want to commit at KP. He's going to go for the split. Looks for an opportunity. Cyclone comes out on the Timber. Furbian down to half HP. They move in. Hex comes out on the Febby, though. The stun. Thrown out on the 2. He's going to lock them in place. And Earth Spirit's gone. That's buyback. Furbian's still alive. The Warcry's going to keep him up and keep on attacking. Baybolt almost kills him, but not quite. KP just moving away with the last Panda are still alive.
And Furbian still has Aegis. This is so grim.
This is looking rough.
Correct for Ajit to save his buyback. He
needs to. If he buys back now and they don't get 3+ kills, they've lost the game.
Exactly.
Kodo, getting down to half HP. The Warcry comes out. KP outside the base. No, he can't afford to go down here. Now you're in trouble. That was the dieback.
Lunar Blessing, man. That's ridiculous.
The best part is you can bait people as well if you skirt the outside of the fight with the Lunar Blessing, just switching it on and off. Because you don't know, right? Like, this is the thing. A lot of people assume that the players do the maths. No, it's all by feel. You just kind of know things, right? So when you see the pips of health change, for example, you're like, okay, that's a kill. I can work out based on how many pips there are that my combo can kill.
And it's very well, I mean, those senses are very well developed.
No, PL, he goes down again. Back into the base, they're ready to go. Furbian heads for the high ground. He's still got the Aegis to work with.
And There you go, Furbian. Just call it, baby.
He's
offensive GG.
It
is only to allies.
He's been calling it every goddamn time for the last 10 minutes. One kill, that's a GG. Another kill, that's a GG. I know how this man approaches his pubs. Probably by spamming Luna. Gonna take a second lane, they'll head top and just try and finish this off. There's the wards. So long was the fight that they came off cooldown. They're going to move in. Yours going to come out. Rubik can't wait. Buyback come down from Vegeta. Last stand, but Moon, he's already down and dead. He will buy back. There's a Hex out onto Febby on the back line with the Shackles as well. He's in trouble. Will be ran through and killed off now. The Eclipse will zone them out to make sure they can't get back in Pi. Oversteps the mark, does go down. They'll buy back as well, and every time trying to bait the casters, it's actually Furby called the GG split comes out for KP. They need to fight against this. The Warcry is running out a little bit now. Moon will move in. Has got the Eclipse running. Does a lot of damage to Kescu. Might bring him down. Sven finally going to fall, but the long range Shackles out there. She means he's dead. He's gone. That's a dieback. Stun follow up. He's going to get killed in the Pi as well. And that's going to be
GG.
it.
There you go. The other
pulled.
team calls GG now. Yeah, I think I'm glad we got to see this game because Moon had a couple of really sick plays. It was fun to watch, but this Mineski's got to look at this and say it was over after the draft. You know, you single core PL into 3 hard counters. It's so hard to win with that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's why Rubik in the mid, while it seemingly is still so powerful, has kind of fallen off. Is if you don't come out of that lane swinging, you have no road to recovery, rather. You have no way to get back in the game easily. Right. And something we talk about a lot is you typically in the mid, when you're thinking about a mid hero, you're thinking, what can go and farm rapidly and recover, right? So you see things like the OD and the Drow, perfect examples of that, even the Troll. They can farm effectively and rapidly to get back in the game. Rubik just doesn't have that kit, unless there's a hero on the other side that gives it to him.
Flash farming potential and acceleration. I mean, there's a reason that Kyle says that every other word in cast. It's just a super important concept. It makes you, kind of as you're saying, it makes you robust to the game state. That if things go against you, how are you going to still be able to give yourself a chance to win? I think that Mineski, it's a pretty easily fixable problem. Part of it was just the opener of Brew and Grimstroke. Again, for some of the problems that you're going to have a hard time really fully leveraging some of those Grimstroke synergies. And then your Grimstroke gets relegated to the 5 position as well, which is not really ideal, at least based on the meta in other regions. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, good teams understand. A lot more people and a lot more teams are good at Dota these days. You are going to get outdrafted occasionally, even as a pretty solid high-level team. It just, like Puppy gets outdrafted occasionally. He'll tell you that, okay? But it's fine. It's all how you come back in the next game, and that's part of the reason you earned yourself a 1-0 advantage, so you get an extra chance.
That does mean we're going to have to go to a third game to decide who wins this. Mineski, Boom, 1 apiece. Short break, and then we'll return for that.